Okay guys, today's video of the 90-day challenge, I think it's day 8 now. Once again here on my rooftop. It's flat, so it's nice to just walk around and enjoy when the weather is not super cold. And today I want to talk about something that it might offend some people because it's very entrepreneurial and against what society is saying and what you've been trained to, I've been trained to condition to our entire lives, and that's about jobs and freedom. There's an entrepreneurial joke, quote unquote, which is what does job stand for? J.O.B. Just over broke. That's a joke because you're just over broke when you have a job, because you have a mortgage and all that stuff. It's a bit of a joke, but it's got some seriousness to it as well. And I want to talk about entrepreneurship and freedom versus a regular 9-to-5 job. And the thing is, there's a lot of people nowadays that they're not happy where they are in their work. I talked to some guy in my company today, and he's like, the number one thing for me when it comes to my job is that it pays the rent. And I'm like, yeah, of course you have to have somewhere to live, but that's like, it's a bit sad if you're in a job to pay the rent. Like that's the reason you're there, because you know you have to be there. It's very different to have to be somewhere compared to wanting to be there. And that's what I think entrepreneurship is all about. That is wanting to be where you are. You are working with something that truly inspires you and something you love to do, and that is the very reason you're actually doing it. So to me, it's very much about freedom. A lot of people, they talk very much about money, how entrepreneurs can of course make more money because you have, in a normal job, you very often have a cap on how much you can earn, and it's very difficult to, you might get a couple thousand extra a year, which is, in the grand scheme of things, I'm sorry, but it's nothing. A couple of $1,000s a year, it's not that much. And so you have an uncapped limit when it comes to how much you earn. And for me, I would, even if I had my day job now, I work as a cashier, making my transition now. I'm working as a cashier. Even if I was paid $1,000 an hour, $2,000 an hour, if I could, if I had to work that every single day, I would be rich. Yes, I would have a lot of money, a really nice house and all that stuff. But the thing is, I would rather earn $3,000 to $5,000 a month on a residual basis, or from an online marketer, being an online marketer or something, because then I have location freedom, I have time freedom. Because it doesn't matter how much you earn, make an hour. As long as you're paid by the hour, you have to be there, you have to show up. And to me, that is not freedom. Some people, my mom for instance, she thinks that it's freedom to have a normal job and the security it provides. That's freedom for her. And that's amazing. That's great. It's great for her. For me, that's prison. But for her, it's freedom, and that's great for her. So I'm happy for her that she feels that way. So we're all different, and me as an entrepreneur, I don't look down on people that think a 9-to-5 job, that's like their dream, that's what they want to do, because I think a really successful person, that is the teacher who's a teacher because he or she wants to. The lawyer who's a lawyer because he or she wants to. The doctor, that's a doctor because that's what he or she wants to do. That is success to me. And personally, I don't want the 9-to-5. And I know there's a lot of people who are stuck in a 9-to-5 that they don't want to be. That is not freedom for them. And I find that very sad, because it's all about courage. It's all about taking the leap, taking a risk, and that's what entrepreneurship is. If you don't like risk, there's no point in you starting on the entrepreneurial journey, because that's what it is, man. You have to take risk. Sorry. You can of course work to minimize that risk, And you want to do that, absolutely, because losing money and losing time, etc., it's you want to avoid that, obviously, but it's part of the game, risk, and that's why most people, they don't go the entrepreneurial way, because it is risk involved in doing that. You might end up broke with no money, and yeah, big issues. But for me, I would rather end up be broke for a little while than to have a stable life in general. I want some ups and downs. I think that's great, and it's I think for me personally, it's easier to remain grateful that way for what you have, because when you have been down, you have been really low economically and in general financially. When you then get up again, it's easier to be grateful, I think. But if everything is stagnant like this, it's to me, it's not very inspiring. But if it is for you, absolutely awesome. I love you, okay? But for me, it's not. And I respect if you feel differently, and I ask that you respect that I feel differently too, because we're all different. That's why what I say is success, it depends on the person. What is success for me is not success for you, and the other way around. And that's really important to remember, that we don't condemn other people to have different dreams than our own. I am also guilty of this, so I have to get better at that. But anyway, that was today's little talk, and on the 90-day video challenge, day 8. So I hope you got some value out of this, and if you have some thoughts around this subject, this is of course me just talking, this is raw footage, I'm not editing this or anything, so please feel free to leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you want to take it up personally, if I said anything that offended someone, please just contact me personally and I'll address that issue. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, love you all, bye.